This call is from a person currently in a prison in England. All calls are logged and recorded and may be listened to by a member of prison staff. If you do not wish to accept this call, please hang up now.
Monday the 27th of January 2025. HMP Wandsworth, B-Wing. I didn't go out in the morning for social. There was no showers, so there's no point. There's no showers because there's no hot water, once again. I just slept instead in between prayers. To give you an idea of how cold the wing is, there's been a pool of water outside our cell's door for 3 to 4 days now. And not a millimetre of the water has evaporated in all that time. To give you an idea of how dirty this place is, a cleaner hasn't come to clean it up with a mop in all that time. I'm fasting currently, so I had to stop myself instinctively making a cup of tea out of boredom. Dinner came. It looks like a pie wrapped in paper, an apple. I'm sick of seeing apples now and crisps. I despise prawn cocktail flavour, but that's what we keep getting. I think it's because we're among the last few people to be getting food on the wing, and most people also don't like it, and nor do they want them, so we end up with prawn cocktail flavour. It's very annoying. I'm missing out on food because I simply don't like it. I also 100% didn't order a frickin' pie on the food menu. This prison is shambolic. As my first fast completed, I was ready for prayer, but we wait until after our food because the screws couldn't come anytime to disturb us. Oh yeah, so that's it. Even though it's time to pray, it's like we don't know when the screws are going to come and open the door, and you see us praying, they'll just basically close the doors and we'll just miss out. So we have to wait for them, basically. It's so annoying. When we were out to get food at tea time, I went to the medication section. A box of paracetamol was there for me and my occasional headaches that I get. Thankfully, there's 32 tablets. Then I went downstairs to what they call the Wands. This is the first floor, and I went to the survey and got the food. It literally pissed me off. It's confirmed. I'm not getting the food that I ordered on the menu. I was absolutely livid. I was in my pad, disgusted at the crap that I got on my plate. You know, it's not the food that I'm ordering. Like, you don't have many choices in prison, and one of them is just like a limited choice between foods. And I'm not even getting that. And crap is actually the best description that I could come up with for it. But before then, back in the servery, the last server who gives out bread in the cereal packs, they have a running joke by calling me Harry Potter on account of my sort of circular glasses. Obviously, they don't do it to fully take the piss. They're taking the piss, but they don't do it to upset me. But I am low-key upset by this, so I always turn back to them and say, "Yes, Shrek, how are we?" On account that he's literally 7 foot tall with a meathead and also speaks with a very slow Polish voice. So they call me Harry Potter, but I call them Shrek in front of everybody, so it's tit for tat. In any case, we do always end up laughing. My padmate, my cellmate was next to me this time though, and back in the cell he asked me about it. Said he calls you Harry Potter, and he found this absolutely hilarious. They even spontaneously started laughing half an hour later. So I snarled, saying, what's so funny? Then I took my glasses off, which resulted in them laughing even more, folding over, creased with laughter, making it obvious that that he just found this whole Harry Potter thing hilarious. I don't mind. Next door has speakers now, as well as a USB with music on it. They're fully making use of its maximum volume. I hope it's not going to be all the time.
Thank you for tuning in to Diary of a Political Prisoner. What was a short list for you was a period of time in prison for me. So please make sure that you subscribe on whatever podcast player you're listening on to be notified of future episodes. Each episode was recorded in a prison cell as I'm held on remand for allegedly being involved in a Palestine action to disrupt and destroy weapons in a genocidal Israeli arms factory under Section 5 of the Terrorism Act. My diary is a podcast only to give you something in the hope that you can give help and support to my mum and son, which I can't do by any other means from prison. In supporting them, for £5 a month, you can get a week's worth of episodes in advance every Monday. For £10 a month, you'll get the week's worth of episodes. Plus, I'll respond to any question you have in a monthly question and answer episode on my Patreon at patreon.com/politicalprisonerpod. For £25 a month or humanitarian aid tier, you get all of the above while knowing my little boy is supported and happy. One-time donations can be made by emailing or messaging my producer on social media. Media/collaboration inquiries are on the same line as senders and inbox. If you can't support me family in my absence, please follow the podcast on Instagram if you're going to be listening. Please follow on Twitter, all of our socials. Our handle is Diary Pol Prisoner. Please share them and this podcast with your friends. It's free to do and it helps this project grow. You can also send me a prisoner email or letters, drawings, anything like that. Links to everything mentioned can be found in the podcast description below. Thank you, love and solidarity.